Isn't it time for you to recognize the only path to escape this meaningless cycle of destruction? It is time for you to choose.
As a newer player of Epic 7, there's quite a lot of stuff to do. As you begin to progress, all of a sudden you're given access to countless things to spend your time in. Arena, Hunt, Labyrinth, Automaton Tower, Abyss, and so on. And with that also comes side stories. When it comes to side story events in Epic 7, things can be a little confusing to understand when it comes to making the most of it at every level. Let's talk about these events, how they function, and the rewards you can obtain in Epic 7. So what are events, and why should you participate in them? In Epic 7, there are mainly two forms of side story events, small and large scale respectively. Small scale events are as they sound. They're smaller, shorter length events that are usually announced alongside a new hero. Longer events, on the other hand, grant more rewards, spans over a longer amount of time, and have some other mechanics that we'll explain later. Events are their own individual stories, complete with their own set of stages and dialogue. For larger events, there may also be multiple chapters to complete that will unlock over time. Some stages will only feature story and dialogue, others are battles with predetermined teams, and others you'll need to bring your own heroes in order to clear. And in larger events, there are also mini-games and extra fun things to do alongside the event. Just like the main story mode, there are also plenty of rewards for just clearing through the chapters of the event. You might think that the best decision for a newer Epic 7 player is to go straight through the story as soon as possible. After all, the further you get through the story, the more you can progress, right? Well, that's not a bad way to think about it, but events really are for everyone. The main story mode will always be there for you to access at any time. Events? Not so much. While it's true that events come pretty frequently in Epic 7, you're missing out on a lot of sweet rewards and stories if you choose not to participate in them. So what kind of rewards can you expect from events?
This is what you get.
Event rewards can vary from event to event, but will commonly include these rewards. As you can see, many of these are vital for progressing in Epic 7. There are quite a few different ways to obtain rewards in side story events. The first, and easiest, is to simply complete the chapter. The initial story stages are suited for beginners and can be cleared pretty easily all the way through to the boss. Once you've completed all 10 stages, tap the quest button to receive a bundle of rewards. You'll also gain access to the Molagora and Goblin stages, which will reward you nicely with some extra gold and Molagoras. Moving forward, and similar to the quest tab, the Reputation tab is another quick source of rewards. You can obtain leaves, skystones, and more for completing certain tasks such as a certain number of clears on the boss stage or mini-games included in the event. And lastly, the region rewards are another surefire way to grab some extra goodies like gold, skystones, and penguins just for completing every stage while meeting its challenge requirements. Let's talk about the most important reward, event currency. Event currency is obtained from clearing stages in the event and can be used to purchase items in the event shop. This is where the bulk of the rewards come from, and can be cleared out entirely with enough time. You'll be able to repeat the boss stage to get the majority of your currency, but there are some important things you need to know to ensure you're making the most of the time you spend. First, let's talk about the difficulty of the boss stage. After initially clearing the boss, you'll have the ability to proceed to a harder difficulty, with stronger enemies in exchange for more rewards. These difficulties range from easy to hell, in which the hell difficulty can only be entered a certain number of times before locking you out. If you're having trouble clearing a stage, it might be a good idea to see what you can do to enhance your team. But it also might be a good idea to look into the story bonus on the event too. Heroes who are involved in the event's story gain additional stats when on a team in an event stage. Some of these heroes will be completely maxed out, on top of giving them additional attack and HP. Others might not be completely maxed out, but will still gain additional attack and HP. So be sure to check and see if you can maximize your team beforehand. So aside from tackling harder difficulties, can you obtain currency any faster? Well, there are two ways to obtain currency faster, the first being via pets. If you have the pet house unlocked, some pets that you adopt will have a skill that lets them obtain more event currency. Bringing them along will allow you to gain more event currency after clearing a stage. The second option only applies to larger events through enhanced artifacts. If a teammate is equipping one of these artifacts while in the event story, additional currency will drop. The more the artifact is limit broken, the higher the bonus. Additional copies of the event exclusive artifact can be obtained through the shop, and as rewards for completing the side story. When it comes to other artifacts that grant currency bonuses, it can be much harder to obtain them, let alone for free. If you don't already have the artifact, it's best not to go out of your way to obtain them for the event alone. So as a person who's newer to Epic 7 and events, what are the most important things to prioritize when it comes to side stories? We'd recommend that you start with just trying to clear all the stages if you can. The quest bonuses are already a good deal of rewards, but you'll also have some event currency that you've gathered just from clearing the first few stages. The bookmarks and Molagoras are certainly a first priority in every event. And if you have enough event currency, you can also purchase as many catalysts as you can. If you're planning to farm the event, start by checking to see if there's an exclusive artifact, and try to focus on gathering as many copies as you can to limit break and enhance the amount of currency you obtain. Some events even allow you to recruit some exclusive heroes, so be sure to purchase them if you'd like them before they're gone. If you're struggling to clear these stages, the exclusive heroes will usually gain the story bonus. This can easily give you a hand when it comes to clearing more difficult stages and won't require any additional summoning. To recap, events hold plenty of potential for a bunch of great rewards at your disposal. Even for a newer player, it's pretty easy to get a good chunk of them with just a little time. Be sure to capitalize on the exclusive artifact if it's a larger event, try to bring along a pet who can give you some extra currency, and if you're having trouble clearing stages, see if you have any heroes with a story bonus and change up your team composition. And that's about all we have to share about events. If this video helped you out, please give it a like and subscribe to our channel. Be sure to check out all of our other social media and join us in our official Discord. If you have any suggestions or feedback, be sure to comment below. Thank you once again, and good luck.